Welcome. I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is
Desmonds, Donders.
Hello and welcome to Portsoy. You can see it's a nice sunny day out there. You can also see that perhaps that dream of a bunch of bees behind and around my head wasn't a dream. Yeah, time for my biannual haircut. It's a lovely spot, it's a lovely day. It might even be too lovely a day. Let me just adjust you there. You're standing up a bit. That's better. I could have just stood on an angle myself and made you think. But here I am. I'm at Portsoy, I've run away. Lindsay will be here tomorrow night. Yesterday was a bit busy, today seems quieter. Had an interesting run-in with a pair of drunks. And it wasn't me and myself, it was, I don't know who they were, but they went round. There was 3 other motorhomes here last night, and they went round each of us, and they wanted to be taken into town to visit the shop and get some more booze. They were well boozed up as it was, and nobody would take them. You know, who's going to get set up, who's going to set up and do that for people. But there you go. It was an interesting evening, shall we say. They eventually went off by themselves in their own vehicle, and I suspect they went to the pub before driving back, because they were a long time. Anyway, I'm going to show you something. There were 3 other motorhomes. One of them, no, all 3 of them did something. I don't know whether they were together or what, but all 3 of them did the same thing. And I switch opposite, turn you around, and then we'll see it. Now we haven't had rain for a few days, but each spot, there's the one in the stones there, I don't know if you can see it. So there's 2 puddles there, and there's a puddle away over there. I wonder where they came from. Just saying. There are the steps down into the old pool. What's left of the pool itself. It's not high tide, so it's empty. The far wall. The near wall. It's a gorgeous day today. Not a lot about. There's a few herring gulls, oyster catchers, and an amazing amount of finches, goldfinches, linnets and the like about. And over towards Portsoy. There you go. A guy on a paddleboard. Seems to be set up for snorkeling as well. Oh no, it's a bodyboard. And further round, Portsoy Harbour is coming into view. With people and it's dolphin. I could just about use that pool if it was working. It's a really warm day. 35 in Desmonds at the moment. I'll stay outside in the relatively cool 24 at the moment. And it's not midday yet. It's amazing what people leave behind. The fire and coffee mug. But I'm guessing They had strawberries for breakfast. Got in there once, and it didn't half look inviting last night, but it's difficult to get level, and yeah, it's difficult to get level. Anywhere near level, that's the problem. Moving on. There's now a rock in place to ensure people can't park there, which is a shame because I used to like going down that end. It's nice and sheltered in the storms. But looking at the tracks there, somebody has had to be dragged out, so there's now a rock to stop you going that way. Hey ho. Let's add cormorant to that list of birds I said earlier. There's a herringbone below it, but unfortunately this camera is about as far in as you can get. It does have a longer magnification, but there's all sorts of visual problems with that, shall we say. Is that Nessie having a seaside holiday? Nope, it's our man on the board, snorkeling. But you can just see how a Nessie report could go in with a dodgy picture. Portsoy's Old Harbour is the permanent home of a tribute to one of the Moray Firth's most celebrated residents, in the shape of a statue of a bottlenose dolphin. The statue, which was made by local Portsoy artist Carn Stadding, was displayed at the Scottish Traditional Boat Festival meeting and met with widespread approval from residents and visitors alike. On hearing that the statue might be sold, a local fundraising drive, which culminated with a dance in the town's station hotel, and the proceeds from that pushed the kitty past the required £6,000 mark. Portsoy Outdoor swimming pool was constructed with considerable help from volunteers. It was completed and opened in 1936. The seawater swimming pool was made by building a concrete wall parallel to the coast and joining two rock spurs together. Here on the rocky east coast, it was comparatively easy to enclose a rock pool, which could be filled and refreshed by the tides. In the mid-1980s, due to continual movement of the tides through the parts of the rock surrounds, a scouring effect meant the pool emptied during low tides, making it futile for swimming. The local people were hopeful that Aberdeenshire Council would undertake the full repair of the pool, which was viewed as a very popular facility for the town and was one of the safest bathing areas along the Moray Firth coast. The council balked at the costs involved, and as those who controlled the finances had the last word, pool after pool closed its doors along the Moray Coast. We had about 30 seconds rain. Let's hope the rainbow lasts a little longer. It's not cooled down any though. These 5 and a bunch of their bodies have been squabbling over this rock. 2 of them had control of it at one point, but it seems now, as the tide goes out, that they're going to share. Lying on the Moray Coast between Cullen and Bamp, Portsoy is a quite charming port village. Its attractive uphill town centre has fascinating streets winding down to the remarkable harbour and the well-known local jewellery made from Portsoy marble. This was once shipped to Versailles and is on view in one of the warehouses overlooking the harbour. Portsoy hosts also an annual Scottish traditional boat festival in early July, which puts a special emphasis on boat building, restoration and sailing, as well as on associated traditional crafts including knotting, weaving and embroidery, and on music and art. Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.